Hey y'all. Okay, so today I am attempting and trying out making alkaline plant-based walnut taco meat. Okay, this is a straight up attempt and my first time, so please do not judge me. Please do not be being mean in the comments. Okay, I'm trying out the recipe from Alkaline Cuties ebook, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. So I have some overnight soaked already chopped walnuts. I heard a lot of people actually chop up their walnuts on their own. They take whole walnuts and chop them up. These are ones I already had. I had already bought these ones that were chopped up, so I just soaked these ones because I heard a lot of people say that they can still kind of taste some of the crunch when they soak whole walnuts and then chop them. So I wanted to try this way because I want that real meat effect with less crunch as possible. Okay, so I'm using my baby bella mushrooms. These are whole. I have Roma tomatoes. I already chopped up my mushrooms and my tomatoes, my red peppers and my green peppers. You also want some lime juice, minced garlic, white onions, sea salt, annatto, onion powder, oregano, and cayenne pepper. And I'm using a little bit of taco seasoning as well, but that is optional. And we're gonna talk about the taco seasoning later in the video because that's truly optional. Make sure you don't use too much, but let's get into it. Okay, so I grabbed my regular blender because I have to buy a food chopper, but chill on me because we using this today. Okay, I'm pouring these walnuts in the blender and I'm adding in my mushrooms. This is about 1 cup soaked walnuts and 8 ounces of baby bella mushrooms. After, we are just going to go ahead and chop that up. And I'm using my spatula to try to mix it up so I can blend and chop up that mixture better. I wasn't really sure what or how it was supposed to look when I chopped it, but I can tell it was starting to create that meat light effect, which was very interesting. So I kept blending and stirring, and honestly, I didn't have to blend as much as I did because you don't want it to be too mushy like dog food. Okay, you don't want mushy, so just be careful with that. I still wanted some texture, but like I said, I don't want it to look like dog food. I was getting a little nervous because I'm like, oh my god, it don't look too good. But I just kept going anyways. I just kept going anyways, even though I didn't know what was going on. Y'all can see my daughter is covering her ears because it was getting pretty loud. Okay, so after that, I went ahead and heated up my cast iron skillet, and I'm cooking the meat with a little grapeseed oil, and I'm putting the meat on the skillet once I let the oil heat up again. I was concerned because I had no clue what the heck I was doing. I know how to make tacos, so I just went with it and added my onions. I added 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/4 teaspoon of annatto, and mix that up a bit. I added in a bit of minced garlic. There was no specific, just a little bit on my spoon. And my taco seasoning. And I must admit, this is where I effed up at, y'all. Mushrooms and walnuts surprisingly soak up seasoning really, really well. And I honestly didn't need as much taco seasoning as I use like when I do regular meat, because I had already seasoned up this meat a little bit. So when I added in that taco seasoning, it was just overkill. So this did cause me to over season a bit, but we know this next time, okay? So this is a trial and error. This is trial and error. I'm not an expert when it comes to this alkaline stuff, okay, y'all? I am just sharing my experience, okay? So please don't judge me. And if you want to help a sister out, go ahead and drop your tips and tricks in the comments so we can all share and learn, okay? But like I said, we know next time. But right now, I'm still just focusing on the consistency of the meat, and if we can replicate that meat effect. That is what we're trying to learn and practice and get down pack, okay? I started feeling better once I started seeing brown. When I put that seasoning in, I must admit, I was getting a little worried. I also learned this doesn't have to be cooked as long as regular meat. So I was catching on, okay? I was. So I finished it. It did look like meat, but there are so many things, like I said, that I would have done differently. Number one, easy on the seasoning, okay? 2, don't overcook. You do not have to overcook this meat. Well, quote unquote meat. And maybe next time not over blend my meats. However, I must say, using already chopped soaked walnuts, it leaves it to not have as much of like that crunch effect that I think everybody was talking about, which really replicated the meat taste. So I kind of like the effect of the already chopped walnuts, but I am gonna try to do where I chop my own whole walnuts as well next time as well, just so I can kind of like see like the different effect of it. So once I got done cooking up my meats replica, okay, once that was all finished, I didn't have as many toppings, okay, y'all. I don't know what be going on in my head, all right? I didn't have as many toppings. I was really just trying to focus on trying to practice and get the meat part down pat. I be getting overwhelmed and I forget ingredients when I'm at the grocery store, and I just kind of just did this like out of the whim. So yeah, let's just ignore that I don't have all the toppings, okay? And we're gonna figure it out as we go. But I just added what I had in the refrigerator. So I added lettuce, tomatoes, and green and red peppers. A little bit of salsa that was already in the refrigerator. No, it's not alkaline. And I did add the guac that me and Zahara made in my last video, or video that will be posted soon. So I will link that video here if you're interested in seeing how we made that guacamole. Now for Zahara's, my daughter is very picky, so I know it's gonna be hard to get her to like transition over into, getting off the cheese and stuff like that. So I did add cheese on Zahara's, just until I can learn how to make alkaline like replicated cheese, because I can't admit Zahara does still love cheese. But I was honestly shocked that Zahara didn't even notice that this wasn't real meat. She kept saying how good it was, and I'm like, yay, my job here is complete. Okay, only thing is I did have to use pre-bought tortillas, because I made a video on me making ones from scratch, attempting to make ones from scratch. I didn't get the scratch ones correct, y'all, but I'll link that video here too, okay? We're gonna eventually get this right. Like I said, easy on the seasoning, and it would have been good with me, okay? It would have been good for me, all right? And as y'all can see in this next clip, me and Zahara are gonna go ahead and try these bad boys out. Y'all can leave y'all thoughts in the comments, give us some tips, give us some tricks. Like this video so I can post more of me trying out these recipes, whether I succeed at them or I failed. Like I said, I am on a learning curve, a learning journey, and I am taking you guys along with me on this journey, so please no judging. Okay, I love you guys, and until the next video, I will see you.
Of course has cheese in hers. I'm about to try mine. I look a mess, so.
But I can't try mine. I should try mine. The brick. Favorite mine.
Okay, it literally tastes like meat. It's spicy though. I'm actually glad I used chopped walnuts that were already chopped up, because I literally can't taste the walnuts. Y'all, this literally tastes like meat. Wow, that's crazy.
Mmm.
You like it?